I'm Mickey from throtl. We're here with my 2008 BMW 335i wagon, and we are planning to install this brand new ACT 6-puck race clutch. I already have an ACT clutch in here. Fortunately, with the 325s on the back, having some problems with it slipping. So ACT was kind enough to shoot me over this this badass new setup. I believe it has 2 more pucks and is sprung quite a bit differently. So once we have this in, we should be able to do burnouts. Here we go. At the moment, we are working on getting the shift lever mechanism removed from the car. Actually, it's not really necessary to do the clutch. I just kind of want to get the stuff out of the way because it is really close to the drive shaft. And we have to drop that, and then when the transmission comes down, I just don't want to ding it, so should probably zip this is actually the transmission mount cross member, and the actual mounts here, the rubber mounts, isolators. This is interesting, actually. This is something that we had to create and weld into the chassis because this car was a all-wheel drive automatic, and it didn't have a provision to mount the cross member for the transmission, so we had to actually fabricate our own steel plate for that. So. Totally forgot that we need a specialty tool to remove the bolts from the transmission. So luckily, I have some friends at a local shop called HG Motorsports just up the street from here. So we're gonna run over there and see if I can borrow it. Just made it to HG. We're gonna run in and talk to Omar real quick and see if they have the tool we need. They should. Say specialized in it.
Alright bro, so what we get?
So we got what we needed here. They gave us a few different sizes because we don't know exactly which size that we need. I think it's a 10 or 11, but it's an inverted. Ran back over to HG because there's 2 different size inverted torques on these transmission bolts, which I totally forgot about. So we got the right 2 sizes now, and I'm gonna start ripping these things off. Minor issue. The drive shaft on these cars is very unique, and there's a specialty tool that you need to remove it. You can beat the crap out of it with a hammer and chisel and try to break it loose, but I've already been down that road when I did the conversion, and it's on there really good. So I don't want to bang on it. So we're just basically using a piece of twine to support the drive shaft because we've got it removed from the back side of the transmission propeller shaft, and so we just need something to support it. We can't keep the transmission jack in place because we need it to support transmission. So we're just using some old school twine, and gonna hope it can hang on its own. Just loosening the motor mounts right now to let the engine and transmission rock back a little bit. We've got a bolt that's at basically the 12 o'clock position, all the way at the top, and I do recall putting that in when I did the conversion. So by loosening the motor mounts, it'll allow the motor to rock back a little bit, and we can maybe reach up in there and get to it a little easier. So we got the transmission on the floor, and after a couple hours of fussing with it, we got the top bolts out, which were a nightmare to get out with all the plumbing up top. As you can see, we have our ACT clutch here. This is like a street type clutch. I was looking for, you know, soft pedal feel for daily driving and stuff, and as you can see, this clutch has only been in for a few months worth of driving, and it is showing a lot of signs of wear. I mean, obviously we won't know until we look at the backside and flywheel, but yeah, it definitely wasn't up to the task. So we're gonna go ahead and swap that out for the new one and see how she goes. It's normal for them to get warm, but wow, never saw one get blue and purple like that. See all of those? These hot spots. These are when you let the clutch out quickly. Those are the contact points. Usually those spots are, you look like a drift car clutch, they'll look like a leopard print basically. But this big one here, these big ones, no bueno. New clutch. Going in for the mount. Got the ACT clutch installed, all the bolts torqued down, and everything lubed that needed to be lubed. And the internal inside of the bell housing we went ahead and wiped out because there was some residual oil from a previous leak that had gotten in there. So we got that all cleaned out, all the dust and stuff. Got our shift linkage back in on the transmission, and we're ready to stick it back in the hole. So here we go. Alright, so watch this. And be careful of the snout on here. We need to put the card in. You want me to take that?
No, we're already here.
See, pushing this over our shoulders isn't gonna be easy.
You can do it on your knees, isn't gonna be easy either.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I stopped the shifter linkage. All right, go down a little bit. Go down.
Just in the back.
Okay.
Oh, fuck you.
So the transmission is back in its space. Just got to go ahead and rebolt the bell housing back to the back of the engine, tranny mount in, and get everything buttoned back up, and we will be ripping around the neighborhood. So, all right, we're on the final stages of getting the clutch buttoned up. We had to bleed the clutch line, so we got this cool little pneumatic clutch bleeder, and we're gonna knock it out. Car's on the ground. We're gonna go check, make sure clutch feels good and pedal throw is good, and go rip this dirty girl around the block a few times. So
Let's do it.
This thing grabs like crazy. The street clutch I had in here before was good, but this 6-puck race clutch, holy cow. It's like that and it's on. It's like an on-off switch.
Feels good. Feels good to me. It's not slipping. Yeah. Dude, this exhaust sounds so good. Shifting good too. Feels fucking direct.
So happy right now.
Hell yeah. Woo! Dude, this thing is so badass. You've not been driving this car enough. Who thinks Mickey should drive this car a hell of a lot more? I do.
I think I'm gonna have to. We need to get it painted and get it looking good again.
Hell yeah.
Get her back on the road. That's a wrap on segmented 3 days worth of getting a new clutch in this thing. We just took it out for a drive, and clutch engagement's good. In fact, it's way stronger than it was before with the original ACT clutch that we had in here, and that was by design. It was a street clutch versus a race clutch now. So super happy with the way it turned out. I can't wait to get it fully broken in so I can rip on this thing a little bit more. So stay tuned, and hopefully we'll be able to capture some of the ripping I'm talking about.